Dispatch, we are on scene. We do have two vehicle MBC. Getting reports from the one driver that the vehicle that did cause the collision has left the scene. They're reporting it's a gray Honda Corolla. I don't know if there's much more we can do, but if you could put it out, maybe it's a gray Honda Corolla.
Hey folks, I just thought I'd start this video off with some comedy. I wonder if they ever found that car. Now, for those of you who might not know, Honda Corolla does not exist. Honda does not make Corollas, Toyota does. So I just thought that was kind of funny. This was an interesting call, as it kind of goes back to that other call I had with the single vehicle rollover. They had the wrong area. Well, they gave a precise location for it, but when the fire department got there was no crash at that particular spot. So it turns out they actually gave the wrong crossroad, so that was actually the opposite direction. So it was interesting. But it was kind of sad at the end, because there was a 16-month-old baby that was taken to the hospital. But I don't really think they were injured. There was no mention of injuries or anything. I think it was just a precaution. So it was interesting to listen to. So I'll play it at the end of this video if you're interested. So what you're looking at here is when you watch a YouTube video, once it's finished, you get all these suggestions. Well, as you can see, I watch a lot of crash videos. That's not a secret. But I got looking at this one, it's got two videos side by side. One's a fire truck and one's a tow truck towing a semi. Put the two pictures together, it actually looks like a fire truck is towing a semi. That's just, what are the odds of that happening? I thought that was kind of cool. And before I go any further, I guess I should state that this is last year. I'm into August of 2018. And I'm going to try my best to remember everything that was happening with the monster. I got like notes all over the place, but I just kind of try to do this by memory. As far as I know, at this point, one of the problems I was having hadn't started yet. So, okay, here's what's going on. Plug the charger in, and the charger will go into error mode, or it will tell me that the batteries are fully charged when I know they're not. There is the occasional time where the monster will start up no problem and I'm able to drive it. At one point, and then when I come home, I put the charger on and it won't charge. So it's just trying to figure out what was going on. It was baffling. There was nothing obvious that I could figure out. So at one point I ended up taking the seat off and looking inside, and one of the plugs, the plug that the charger, where the charger lines, positive and negative from the charger, goes into the controller, that plug was a bit loose, so I tightened it, and that seemed to be the problem. For one day. The next day I was still having the same problem. So I took it apart again, and I really don't remember. I had to push it back in again, and I was thinking, because all the wires are strapped so tightly together and there's very little extra, for movement, I kind of thought because the frame was broken and spreading apart, I thought maybe it was pulling on the wires and it was pulling the plug out. So I cut the zip ties, and just to give it a little more room to free up, and again, it seemed to work for one day. And there were a few days in there I was actually even able to drive with the lights on without a problem. And at one point, I turned the monster on, and the backup beeper came on, and it went into error mode. It's kind of like it was trying to go into reverse all by itself. and the brake would release, and it would go quiet. The brake would come back on, and the brake would release again. The backup beeper would... It was like there was a ghost trying to drive it. It was really, really strange. I'd never seen anything like it, so I had no clue what to look for this issue. So I unplugged the controller, thinking, well, maybe it's the controller, because the throttle is at the controller, or not controller, sorry, control panel, display panel. I thought maybe, something, maybe it got wet or something at some point inside, and corrosion or whatever. So I unplugged the control panel from the controller, and I was able to charge the monster. So I plugged the control panel back in, and everything's fine. So this went on for a little while. I'd go for my drive, I'd come home, I would unplug the control panel from the controller, then I'd charge the monster. Next day, I'd plug the control panel back in, and I'm able to... This kind of worked for a while, and then it got to the point where even that wouldn't work. But there was one more thing that was happening. As when I started driving, I noticed the speedometer reading, my speed reading, was jumping all over the place. I was going from like 6 kilometers per hour to 47 to 19 to 24 to 8 to like 70. I saw 70 something. I wish the monster would go 70. So it was just crazy. It was all over the place. So I'm thinking, okay, this is definitely a problem with the control panel. So that was my assumption at the time. That was my conclusion. My diagnosis of what was happening. The control panel has gone, and it's causing all these issues. So that's what I got to. Now, as far as my floodplain driving goes, I come down here one day, and there's an earth mover parked on my trail. And I'm thinking, oh no, what are they doing? And a bunch of tree branches have been taken down. So I figured, okay, either hit them accidentally going down the hill, or they're taking the trees down for whatever reason. So thinking, okay, either way, it's not good. It's in my way, I can't get to the river. And a couple of days later I come back, and there's now a bulldozer down there and a container. So at this point, it's okay, it's more than just cutting trees down. They're getting ready to do something. So this is what I'm looking at now. It's like, what do I do? In a way, the timing is actually kind of good, because the way the monster is right now, I'm not really trusting it anyways. So I'm not going down there. But, if I figure this problem out, then I'm going to want to again. And possibility here, depending on what they're doing and where they're doing it, I might not be able to do that anymore. So that's all I got for this video. I'll play the fire call for you now if you're interested. If not, then that's all there is for this video. So thanks for watching.
Attention North Huron Wingham firefighters, please attend at Amberley Road and McLean Line for a 3-vehicle MVC. No confirmed injuries. There's a 16-month-old child in the vehicle. Time is now 1946, August 17th.
Fire dispatch, North Huron, car 3.
Car 3, go ahead.
Page acknowledged, and you can show car 3 en route.
Roger that. Car 3 on route, 1947.
Fire dispatch, North Huron, engine 1.
North Huron engine 1, go ahead.
Engine 1 responding, Delta plus 5 belted to Amberley Road, McLean Line.
Roger that, I copy. Engine 1, you're responding. Delta plus 5 belted.
Fire dispatch, you can show tank 4 responding, Charlie plus 1.
Roger that. Tank 4 responding. Charlie +4. Roger that. That's the information we've received.
Engine 1, if you want to proceed to right to Bluebell, just confirm it's not. Take a drive down my.
Tank 4, do you want to go do that since we're already turned around? You copy that, Tank 4?
Fire dispatch, North 3.
North Huron Car 3, go ahead.
Wing and police right down McLean Side Road. They have nothing to report. I've been as far as McLean Side Road and turned around with them. We have nothing to report at Amberley or McLean Side Road. I'm going to send it all the way to Blueville to check. Any other information? Caller name, caller number?
That's negative. We never were in touch with the caller. It actually came from OPP. I can give them a call back and see if they can give me any additional information, but that's where they have it, is Amberley and McLean.
Go ahead, Lucknow 17, car 3.
3, Lucknow, car 3, Lucknow 17.
I'll go ahead, Lucknow 17, car 3.
PC's at the corner of Amberley Road and Helena Street.
Yeah, roger that. I'm just taking a drive that way to see. I should just be pulling up here. Fire dispatch, North Huron Car 3.
North Huron Car 3, go ahead.
Dispatch, I went west on Amberley Road. I've located the call at, we're actually at the corner of Amberley and Helena Street. If you could notify EMS and OPP. That'll be Helena Street and Amberley Road.
Roger that, I copy. You're at Helena and Amberley Road.
Disregard updating EMS. It looks like I have 2 EMS units just arriving scene now. But if you could update Wing and Police, I know Officer Kirkby was looking for it as well.
Roger that.
Engine 1, Tank 4. The MBC is at the corner of Helena and Amberley Road. I can say again, Helena and Amberley Road. I'd like to shut this road down due to traffic.
Car 3, engine 1.
Go ahead, engine 1, car 3. Fire dispatch, North Huron Car 3.
Go ahead.
Dispatch, we are on scene. We do have 2 vehicle MBC. Getting reports from the one driver that the vehicle that did cause the collision has left the scene. They're reporting it's a gray Honda Corolla. I don't know if there's much more we can do, but if you could put it out, maybe it's a gray Honda Corolla.
10 Porter, we do have that information. It's been broadcast to the police.
Roger, thank you. We'll just be doing patient care. I'll proceed shortly.
Fire dispatch, North Huron, engine 1.
Go ahead.
Engine 1 on scene.
Roger that, engine 1 on scene.
Fire dispatch, North Huron Car 3.
Go ahead.
Dispatch, you can show Wing and Police on scene. Also, we've made patient contact.
Roger that, I copy. Wing and Police on scene, patient contact made.
Fire dispatch, you can show Tank 4 on scene.
Roger that, Tank 4 on scene.
Car 3, call Tank 4. Fire dispatch, North Huron Car 3. We have one patient, 16-month-old child en route to hospital.
Roger that. One patient en route to hospital.
Fire dispatch, car 3.
Car 3, go ahead.
OPP on scene.
Roger that, OPP on scene.
Fire dispatch, front end, car 3.
Go ahead.
We're turning the scene over to OPP. All units are clear.
Roger that, I copy that. The scene's been released to OPP. All units are clear.